Hey everyone, Paul Carl here. I'm going to show you Kronocard. So Kronocard is a tool that helps you list to eBay faster, and it's a really great tool. I generally, when I have cards scanned like the ones here, where it's all the same set, I can generally hit like 300 plus cards per hour listed to eBay, which is a huge game changer. So the way that you'd use it is you scan your cards. I'll show that in another video. I already have some cards scanned here, so I figured I'd go through and show you guys just an example of how I use it. So we'll do, this is 1986 Topps, and there's a artificial intelligence that'll try to identify what the card is. And the way that I do this is generally the cards that I get in are already sorted by set, but if they're not, you could sort them by set first, or you could even just run them in as a mix and kind of check them as you go. But I find this a lot faster to scan all cards from the same set. So for my mixed up cards, I'll just set them aside, and then maybe, one day if I run out of cards, I'll sort them by set and then list them, or I'll just run them through mixed up and list them that way too. But you can rotate the cards here. You can do everything in bulk. So we can see here all these cards. This is kind of horizontal the way it was scanned, so I want to rotate that so that it's sideways if a customer happens to want to read it. So I can rotate all of them, and then I'll fix these ones individually. So I like to do that. When you right click, you can choose what year you want to select and change all of them based on what's already filled in there. And you can see that the AI didn't perfectly identify them all as 1989 Topps. So what I'm going to do is sort by year and just kind of fix these problem cards. So we got this is Topps number 268, and it looks like that's the correct player. It has this button here. You can check comps on eBay right away and see what people are selling them for. You can also use this drop down to pick other sites to see where you want to compare pricing to. Kronocard does have its own marketplace. I sold one card there that I didn't realize I had listed at some point. But out of, I have like 70,000 cards almost listed. I have never sold another card on there since then. So I'm going to change all those dates to 86 Topps, so everything is correct. These are the cards I got to check. It will autofill, and you can kind of navigate with your arrow keys and tab. But I figured I would just kind of go through and show this. This tool is a huge game changer for anybody who wants to sell cards in bulk like this. Low end, high end, whatever you like to sell. I'll sell any card. So right now I've listed all my higher end ones already. So just to kind of fill in the time, I'll just list everything. I'm just gonna call this water up the middle. Oops. Sometimes the autofill works against you. So let's see. I think that might be mine. You can autofill your pricing too. And I kind of just go through and just make sure that all of the card numbers and whatnot are correct, and all the player names. You can slide these too. Let me show you. So you can adjust, you can adjust how these are sized, and you can also adjust the window. And one of the things that I find makes it a lot easier is if I'm going through like this, then I start from the bottom and I kind of go up. So let's see, Albert, looks like it's all the right players. I'm not too familiar with this card, so yeah, it looks like I'll do 199. I think all these cards will be 199 cards, which also speeds it up. It's really fast to list these kind of bulk common cards, because you can generally just set all the same price, whatever your minimum is. My minimum is 199 because I do buy two or buy one get one free deal. I have that running all the time. So cards like these that I would happily sell for $1. Since you lose money doing that on eBay, just selling one card for $1, I'll sell two cards for $2, and then that way I get a better deal, customers get a better deal, and people would much rather pay. I think this is the same card as this one. Yeah. People would generally rather pay $2 with free shipping than they would pay well, $1 plus $1 shipping. So I actually sell more cards by building shipping into the price than I used to when I charged $1 flat shipping, which is disappointing because I want to give people the best deal possible. But the way that I've kind of worked out, actually I could just be $1.99 too. The way that I've worked it out with the buy one get one free deal, people are still getting, you know, a really good price for the cards when they buy them in bulk too. But yeah, this is kind of the process. This was wrong, so we got a Cowboys card here, and this is really the only time-consuming part. Is let's do Jones. Is checking to make sure everything's correct, but you get through it pretty fast once you kind of get used to it. I think one of the tricks to this is you want to silence that like inner monologue when you do it. So for example, if I'm reading this as 146 Brad Benson, that takes up more time mentally than if you just look at it and kind of match the picture, if that makes sense. So rather than taking the time to kind of read it and confirm, I'm just looking at the like image of the letters and seeing that the images are the same. And so that way there's no time taken up in your head trying to read the Craig scampers now. But that way there's no time being taken up in your mind of having to wait for yourself to read it, if that makes any sense. This one looks like a good candidate for 225. Oops. So one of the things you can do too is, like with any other kind of file, you know, you can use your Control Shift up to select everything up, Control Shift down, select everything below. Shift clicking, if I want to just change all these, those are all good keyboard shortcuts to know. Art Monk, I know, is a player people like. Alright, I'm going to do the same price as Burbank. But yeah, so I just sit, push the arrow keys, scroll up. The way that I get this all ready to go so I can do listings like this is I'll scan cards in batches up front, and then I'll sit down and put in the information that is needed and make sure that everything's correct all at once, because it does take a little bit of time for the AI to do its thing. So if you were just to scan the cards and then do AI and then wait and then come in here and fill it out, it would take a little bit longer because you have that waiting period. But if you can eliminate that waiting period by doing the scanning and then asking the AI to identify the cards in between scans, then you can I want to check the rookie cards too. But then you can get more efficiency from your time. Sorry, it's slowing me down a little bit to try to kind of narrate myself while I do this. But yeah, and I apologize if you guys hear that thing whirling around in the background. Looks like this is a better card. Ernest Biner. This is pretty well centered. Let's do this back to fit. Yeah, this is a nice clean card. This is a really good example. There's a little blotch there. But I think I'll go ahead and do $2.99 for this one. Let's see, did we check this guy? Any other rookies I didn't check? I probably skipped a bunch more, but that's alright. I don't mind. If I underprice a card by a few bucks and somebody snags a good deal, like, that's great. I'm happy to sell it to them for that price. I think I already did all these cards. Yeah. I did that guy. So we got another error right here. 242. Hit ball spots. His receiver. You could just put player names for that too. I don't know. I like putting that. It really depends on what you think's best for the search engines. That's a pretty considerable flaw for me. So a little splotches on the surface here that's probably from the rollers when it was manufactured. But you can assign different qualities for these letters. I think you might be able to add more letters too, and each one kind of fills in the description of the card's condition. A is my general, like near mint or better. B is like the card is trashed pretty much. That was a really extreme one. I was only using these two for a while, but then I added the C one for like little minor things right there, and I'll generally price those at 1.6, which is my minimum. So for a card that's a little messed up, I'll put, or extremely messed up, I'll put the 160. And I usually try not to list those kind of cards, but sometimes they sneak in, and sometimes it's a really cool card even though it's got a lot of problems with it, especially with vintage stuff. Like, I want to still list those cards so people can look at them and snag them if they want them rather than just tossing them. I don't know. He looks like a young quarterback. Let's see what this price is. $199. And this is a great way too. You kind of learn a lot about all kinds of different sets as you do this, which is cool. Look at how off center that one is. That one I'm gonna put that one as a C also. Let's see, this is card 303. Black, oh, ledge, not edge. Down and out. Wow, how'd I get down the middle? I'm really crumbling under pressure here, guys. Let's see, that's a really cool photo too. There's some cool cards in the set. There's some in 1986, I'm pretty sure it's 1986 tops. They have pictures of plays being done in the snow, which until this set, I had never seen that before. We got a little wax stain on this guy. Let's see, he's still a 199 card. 160. This one's really badly off center too, so I'm gonna do a C for that one. Man, a lot of them are. Usually you can do this without really having to touch the keyboard much. 349. This is not. I'm gonna leave Warren Moon in there. Throws the bomb. Warren Moon, I know a lot of people collect him still. Alright. Drew Hill. I mean, that one's off center. It's not as bad where I'm gonna change thing. I mean, it's bad, but I wouldn't put that as a C. Actually, maybe I will because all these print dots. Go ahead and do a C on that one. 370, 370. Yeah, there we go. We fixed them all. So now the ones that I put the price in, use that Control Shift down, put all these to 199, select all these, eBay fixed price, save and close. This is telling me if there's duplicates because there's some in my store already. I don't care. So yeah, we got 82 cards listed. That was 2 piles, so that was like 2 minutes to scan. I don't know where we're at on the recording, but yeah, that's how quickly, whatever time we're at now, plus 2 minutes is how long it took to list those 82 cards. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of this. I'm gonna list more cards, and I guess I'll just keep ranting, see if I have anything else. This is a tough one because look, the AI did not do a great job on this one. So this one will take a little bit longer. I guess I could show the process some more. So we rotate all the cards. I got them sorted. So I got 1988 tops. I think that's correct. This is 1989 tops, actually. So let's see, from right here, sometimes I use the pricing as a way to mark where I'm at. So that way I know I haven't checked all these, but I have my I have it marked now which ones need to be looked at because these could all be wrong. So we got Chicago Bears, Ron Rivera, 61. When the AI gets it wrong, you have to make sure to check the team also. So we got Eugene, this is 335. Jerry rice. Oh, this one might be worth something more than $2. Let's see, 250. Yeah, looks like 225, 250. I mean, this one's well centered. These cards these were beautiful. Like, you can't even buy 2022 Prizm that's in this good of a condition off the pack as these cards were. Looking at them, man. I'm gonna go ahead and do $2.99 just because it's in good condition. I mean, you don't have to think this hard about your pricing or whatever you want. I mean, $1.99, $2.99, it's not a huge difference in the grand scheme of things, because people will buy all of these cards. Actually, this is perfect because now I can kind of show how I fill this in. So I think a lot of people might want to do one card at a time, like get the name right, the team right, all that stuff. I think it's faster just to go through and do all the teams and then all the card numbers and then all the players. So here we got Jets and Rams. So I'm just gonna do Jets, Rams. Kronocard will automatically fill in the item specifics too for you, so you don't have to worry about that. So it's kind of dumb. I think probably Jets is more collectible than Rams. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Jets in so that item specifics better. Bills are 49. I'm gonna do Bills just because I'm in New York. Let's see, Bengals and Vikings. Let's do Bengals. I think Boomer is probably more popular. And then we got the 49ers. Oops, microphone cable's getting in the way here. 383. And I really like if you're doing this on a laptop or whatever. Look at that splotch there. I'm going to put this as a C. The numpad I think is great for doing this because then you can type the numbers a lot faster. Then we got 217. That's everything. What you can do too, I have the export option. So you can actually export this. Did I spell it? Yeah. I have the export feature, so you can actually export all of this as a CSV, and it includes the image titles for the images associated with it, and it downloads all the images too. So you can actually use the software to go through and build like your own quantity listings if you wanted to. So if you want to do like a choose your card drop down type thing, or if you just wanted to have one card represent the stock you have, then you could use that feature to build it out very quickly in Excel. This is cool. So the rookie card's worth like $8. A lot of these are lower. I'm gonna go ahead and sold. Let's see. Sometimes what people will do is on a listing like that where it has like 59 sold is they'll gradually bump the price up as it says a certain number is sold, and it can kind of make it look more expensive than what the actual listings are. So 10. I'm kind of curious. It's off center. I mean, I think this card probably is a little chipping there, so it's probably not worth grading. But I think a $9.99, $8.99. This is PSA 5. Yeah, let's just do $8.99. People can send offers. Let's see, this is a second year card. I guess I'll check this one too. Yeah. But if you have any questions, you can drop it in the comments. I'm also thinking about trying to set some time to help people get started doing this themselves. If it's something that you might be interested in, let me know about that, because Kronocard does have affiliate program, so I'm gonna have some affiliate links if you want to try this out. And if that is something that you're interested in, you can sign up through my affiliate. It doesn't cost you anything extra. I get a little cut of what you pay Kronocard as like a referral commission, like for selling you on the software. But I don't want to just do that and like passively. If I want to help you, so if it's something that you're interested in, if you're willing to sign up through my affiliate link, I'll help you get set up and kind of teach you the ropes. And I'm going to create more videos like this to help people learn the ropes too, because that way we can keep cards out of landfills, help people, you know, get their hustle going, make a little money, help collectors. I mean, competition technically, I guess, is a bad idea because I wouldn't want more people competing with me. But I think it's good for collectors. It's good for the market overall if more of these cards are available and people can get good selection. Let's see. So this is 89. It's missing the team. Alright, so I've got the error ones all taken care of. Let's see. We still have some incorrect years. 1989. Let's see. It is 89. Let me just, yep, 89. So actually, what I'm going to do is instead of sorting it by year, I'm going to do by product. I don't think none of these are from box bottoms. None of these are 100-yard clubs. Oops. Yeah. All right. Control Shift. What? Oh, I guess it doesn't work with 2 selected. All right. You know what? Let's just do this. What did I say this was? 1989. There's that one. Control Shift up. Good for tops. This is Giants. Rotate those. Joe Morris. Up the middle. 49ers. 6. On the run. Joe Montana might be worth a little more than $2. Let's see, 250. No, I mean, these are in great condition. I think people see stuff like this. I think on vintage you can probably charge a little bit of premium for the condition. I've got a little thin corner there. But I'd rather charge like the same price and then have people just be really impressed by the condition and hopefully become repeat customers and all that good stuff. So let's see. We'll just make this 175 because it's Dan Marino. Here you can see there's on the scanner there was a little speck of dust on there I must have missed. And this is a rookie. Those kind of lines, sometimes they might discourage people from buying the card, but a lot of times it doesn't seem to matter too much. If it's on every single card in a batch that I do, then I'll probably redo the scan on the batch if I catch it before I move on to the next thing. But generally I just let it go. Randall Cunningham. I wonder if this card's worth anything. Nah. Alright. I know people like Tippett. Look at all these letters. Alright, so I'm just going to go back to the top here again. We'll do teams first. Fix that. So you can see the AI isn't perfect, but it does speed things up a lot. When it's really working, it's great. Like let's see. No. When the AI hits everything right, it's just the most beautiful thing ever because you can really cruise through these. Raiders, Los Angeles. And one of the things that helps too, as you do this a lot, you kind of learn what you type in that minimizes the number of things that gets triggered. So like you saw me struggling with trying to type New York Jets. What I should have did was just type Jets, because if you see when I just type Jets, New York Jets is the only thing that comes up. So as you kind of learn those shortcuts, you can get the right teams or players a lot faster without having to go through the list and have that slow you down. Because when you're doing these things in bulk, like every second counts. That's the biggest thing. And it's nice if you have a complete set too and you scan it in numerical order, because then you can kind of just copy paste the checklist in. That's really cool. I want to do a video on that too, because if you have a complete set or several complete sets of the same product, you can just do this once, export it as a CSV, and then I use the Photoshop batch commands to automate doing all the images for me, so they're all perfectly squared, and so that I put my little blurb on the bottom of the image that says it's a stock photo and you're not going to get the exact card for this particular listing. But when you do that, you can export this, put it into the Excel spreadsheet, put it into the eBay format, and you can just go through and just put in your quantities and your pricing then, or actually just do your pricing from here, just so you can comp with one click instead of copying and pasting or using something like fast keys. I think what I'm going to do in this case is just delete stuff. Let's see, Dave Krieg. Let's see, Dave Krieg. What's up? I think I looked up all these guys. I don't think any of those are rookies. We'll just put all those 199. And now let's check and see. So we still got some years wrong. We still got some products wrong. So I'm going to sort by year again. And this should all be tops. And 1989. We'll just rotate these ones. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Sometimes when it does those wrong brands, you're going to get the serial numbers or memorabilia and autos. But you can just go through and kind of uncheck them all, like I just did there with the right click. Rondy Holman, 32. And just double check the teams. We got the Seahawks. Oops. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm trying to kind of think of what else to add to this. What I like to do is I'll put on like a podcast or some music and just grind these out. I don't get as much time as I would like for this because I gotta do I do my marketing work too. That's my main focus. So this is really like a treat for me. I've done it a few times where I've went like all day to list and see how that goes. Marty Lyons. Okay. And you can get burned out a little bit if you're trying to do this for like, let's say a full 8 hours in a day. I did almost 10,000 listings in a weekend when my wife and daughter were visiting family. I stayed behind to finish up some work. We got a little chipping here. But yeah, that was crazy. It was awesome. It was actually a lot of fun. And what I recommend for a long extended period of doing this, just to keep yourself from like getting sore from staying hunched over the keyboard or whatever, or getting bored of doing the same thing over and over again, is split it up. So do some blocks of time. And what you can do with those blocks of time is like start off, maybe do your scanning, and then set everything to do your AI identification. And then while the AI is doing its thing, maybe you sort some cards to get your next batch ready for scanning. And after you sort your cards, you can go through and kind of do what I'm doing right now and get them listed and filled out. And then when you get tired of doing this, you can switch and scan some more cards, and just kind of keep it rolling. I wouldn't put on like a TV show. I know a lot of people put on like TV while they list, and I think that is going to be too distracting for most people because you're going to pay attention to the show or look at the screen and look away from the one that you're working on. That can kind of throw you off. But yeah, let's yeah, when these are all jumbled up like this, I like to kind of go through. Oh, we got some score mixed in here too. These are definitely not right. Oilers, Rams. What is it, Los Angeles? I can never tell what time period these things change up. I mean, past swelling. That name, that makes me want to look the comps up on that one. All right, Marcus Allen. I know a lot of people collect them. I had someone buy like 30 Marcus Allen cards for me. It was awesome. Drew Hill. I mean, that name sounds familiar too. All right. As you go through doing stuff like this too, you kind of remember names, and you check so many comps and so many different cards, you kind of get an idea of what names to look out for and which ones you can just kind of pass by. Is it Arizona? No, it's Phoenix Cardinals. For these ones that are in the middle here, they're kind of sandwiched. I didn't organize it so that I know where the start and finish was. So in those cases, I kind of check the name and the number as I go. Which, as you can see, is a little suboptimal because I started typing in player names instead of team names. New York Jets, James Hasty, this is a rookie. Let's see. Alright, so we got all those done. We got a Saints card here. Got 152. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I think we got all the years alright, all the products alright. Now we just need to fill in these missing teams. So I'm going to look at this. That's my one. So the missing teams, there's a good chance the numbers are right. So I might just go through and check the numbers as I go with teams. Knowing all your keyboard shortcuts are really important too, like Control A, Control C, Control V. Control A, select all. So like right back there, you saw me type the wrong thing, so we could do Control A and select it and just delete and start over. Control C is copy and paste. What I'll do sometimes if I see two in a row, I'll just copy paste it in. And sometimes it's nice just to have one on your clipboard too, so if you're going through and you see the same team, especially if it's one, like let's say, I don't know, like if you're trying to type in New York and it keeps mixing up on you, you can just keep New York on your clipboard and just paste it when you see New York. We got another rookie here. And you don't even technically have to put the teams in if you don't want to. That's when you just leave blank. But I go ahead and I put them in just for better item specifics. Especially if people are searching my store by a team. A lot of team collectors will do that. Especially if you get a really big store. Because right now I'm getting close to 70,000 active listings, and scrolling through that page by page, which some customers actually do, gets really insane. And so I try to teach people like how to get to the store. I have like screenshots I have saved on my phone so that when people message me asking me questions, I'll show them like how they can search for whatever they're interested in. And usually I'll do the search too. I'll tell them like, hey, look, I searched for blah blah blah. I got 20 cards of that. Here's how you can do the search too and find them all. That makes people's lives easier. It teaches customers how to use eBay better, and that helps you ultimately get more sales. Helps everybody get more sales. One of the biggest things that I've learned from doing a lot of customer service and surveys and stuff with customers and asking them to send me feedback. One of the things that I've learned is that there are just an unbelievable amount of people who use eBay and buy stuff on eBay who don't know like the most basic things. Oh, it looks like I filled out all the prices while I was doing it. But yeah, they don't know how eBay works, and that is insane to me. So if you can teach them how to search a store or just like search eBay better in general, then you're going to help them find more stuff they want and buy more stuff and get into that habit so that, you know, you can have more customers and all that good stuff. But anyway, this is just a big rant showing off Kronocard. I listed what? That was 85 and 82, so 160 cards and however long this was. And I did a really slow job because I'm trying to talk and I can't multitask like that. But anyway, I hope this video was helpful. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know what other types of videos like this you might want to see for Kronocard. Thanks for watching.